Hello, Taurus placements. Welcome to our Moon Divine Tarot. Thank you for being here and joining me for your reading for the month of August. So, I am starting here by pulling from a couple of oracle decks, and I'll be asking about your current energy and where it is that you are heading throughout the month. And then I'll get into the tarot to ask more details about the how. So, if this current energy over here resonates with you, then you know you are at the right place. If it doesn't, definitely feel free to check out your other placements or listen, to see which messages resonate with you. So all right, you do have, I love this already because you're going from, this is 42 to 43, the fourth house to the fifth house. Okay, there does seem to be progress happening over here, right? Just like moving forward. And it seems like a moment, like it feels lovely. Okay, so it feels like your home, your stability, the roots that you are creating for yourself seem to be asking for your attention at this moment. Okay, with this cusp showing up in this transition, I'm getting that, right? Like you're transitioning, you could be going through a fourth house transit. Another thing is because we have Leo dominating most of the energy through August. That would be through the 23rd. You could have Leo in your fourth or fifth house. It doesn't have to be the case. Some of y'all might just be getting reacquainted or acquainted with some creative pursuits with your home. I'm getting a combination, okay? With this cusp energy, there needs to be this merging of, I'm getting grounding yourself and your exploration of things that inspire you, okay? For some of you, this is, a passion project, a creative pursuit, putting, something else that I'm getting is, like putting, some of y'all are processing your familial roots, right? It could be processing your upbringing, what your home life was like when you were younger, or the type of home that you want to create for yourself. And there seems to be this connection of that with art. Okay, so it could be that you're putting that into some sort of art form, creating projects that are helping you process this transition. Or for others of you, it could be that you're getting into dating. The fifth house is also a house of dating, and you could be starting to explore, right, the beginning stages. So this is more about, having fun, getting to know different people, that sort of situation. But it could be that you're wanting to put yourself out there and I'm getting have some fun and then see where it heads. And if, whatever energy it is that you are going through over here, or like, how do I say this, whatever energy it is that you're receiving, as you put yourself out there, seeing if it's aligned to the type of future and partnership and home that you want to create for yourself. Now with conjunction, right, this is very much about finding alignments that are going to bring you, like, build you up. Okay, you have integration, synergy, unity. Okay, this is about like finding, how do I say this, when there's a conjunction in the stars, right, or you could have planets that are conjunct, or you even finding someone, right, like let's say finding a person who you're aligned to. This doesn't have to be romantic, right? It could be maybe starting a passion project with a friend, or finding somebody that you want to go into business with, okay, something like that. But it's about using each other's energy in order to create more together. Okay, there is not a sense of overpowering energy or something that's going to make you dim your light. As a matter of fact, that seems to be a bit of the focus over here. Okay, allowing yourself to say, hey, wait, for this project, this is actually what I want. You have ascendant over here. This is your, what would fall in your first house. Okay, some of y'all could be Taurus risings here, or Leo risings is another thing that I'm getting. Okay, doesn't have to be, all right? I know that all sorts of placements are here, but what I'm getting with those is back to the persistence, the creation of home, and allowing your authentic self to shine through. Okay, now I'm getting, don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, particularly with the moon void, of course. There's disconnect, withdrawal, and reception. So there does does seem to be a reflective period, which goes back to this as you're encountering, I'm getting new energies that you will be putting yourself out there and finding, like maybe it might be a social time for you. You might be getting some synchronous connections. It could be romantic, it could be platonic. Like I said, I'm getting even just kind of encountering people that you're like, hey, we have these same likes, how about we explore that together, right? There seems to be a taking it slow sort of thing with the withdrawal. I don't think that this is intended to say leave things behind completely. I think it's just more of a, you know, don't get too caught up in, you know, for example, right? Because this is the fourth to the fifth house. Like, let's say, let's make it a relationship thing, right? You're trying to establish your home. You're going out and dating. Okay. You're not jumping to the seventh house. You're not jumping to the eighth house, or you know, like the houses that have more to do with marriage and cementing something, right? You're actually allowing yourself to have some fun, be your real you, explore your ideas. Okay. There are things that you are being asked to assess with let go and bury about something that might have not worked out, or something that like I'm getting, what did you learn from past endeavors? Let's say you're starting a new passion project or something, and something I'm getting, think about any lessons, okay, that you might have received before in the past, okay, things that you were trying to nurture and grow. Like, it's really interesting, right? Because you have like this seed over here growing into this idea, and then you have the what's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. The casket? Yeah, like the casket imagery, right? So birth and death, okay? But the thing is, right, a new opportunity. So as you are creating these new things, as you are starting this new project, this new endeavor, this new life that you want to create, there are things that you are going to have to leave behind, okay? So things that weren't working out, things that didn't allow you to be your authentic self, things that didn't allow you to shine yourself through, right? If you're encountering relationships where you feel like you have to quiet yourself down, then that is not right what this energy is asking you to do. Like, it's actually saying no, 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 the right people over here in conjunction, right? Like the people that you meet are going to encourage you to show up however it is that you feel, right? They're going to accept you as you are. They're going to love you as you are. Like I said, romantic, platonic, business, whatever it is, okay? So, and I love this, right? Better than you can imagine, okay? You do have good things coming. There seems to be a little bit of work needing to be done over here around recognition of what it is that hasn't worked out before, okay? I'm getting that some of y'all have been doing that work, because this is showing up in like your future energy. So okay, you know what, Taurus, I'm just gonna say it, okay? But for some of you, there's this like need to step back, right? Before you have this rebirth, before you start something new again. I'm getting just a moment of reflection, okay? Because okay, I'm just gonna say it because it's what I'm getting. I'm almost getting an energy of persisting or pushing through something that, because maybe you feel like you've invested a lot of time in, or maybe because you're just a very dedicated person, and there's some assessment is what I'm getting, okay? Like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna get into your material realm here with the Tarot of Oppositions. Dang, some of y'all are just very much this is very much like a love relationships like sort of thing. Maybe y'all have like love on your mind. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups showing up over here, okay? I just want to say more closing of cycles and rebirth again. Goodness golly, Taurus. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask about your mental spiritual realm with the other Tarot over here, and your emotional, there you go. I'm like, where's my deck? Your emotional realm, I'm gonna ask about through the Wandering Star Tarot. Why am I using so many decks? Because I know my decks and I know the messages they provide, and I think it'll give us a better reading here, okay? Now, I am reading holistically, all right? But also, you know, setting the parts in specific placements does, I don't know, I feel like it helps us receive more intentional messages here. So this is also internal and external energy. Now, in your within, okay, You have the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Overall, I'm going to say some of y'all could be traveling, or you could have some exploring that you're being asked to do. I'm getting that you've been in a very explorative stage right now. And the Eight of Swords wants you to bring this knowledge that you've gained, because you are releasing yourself from old thought patterns. I'm getting with the Eight of Swords, this is very much a sense of feeling trapped in something. But the Eight of Swords wants to remind us that we actually have the power to make changes, and that we have an ability to release ourselves from these anxieties. Okay, this is us allowing, other people's thoughts, other people's ideas, society, family, friends, whatever, right, to take hold of us. And this is in your heart space. So, that mental, all of these her mental gymnastics, okay, but all of these ideas are starting to invade your emotional space, right? It's like you're starting to believe it, you're starting to feel like, oh dang, but society says that I need to be here, or that I need to do that. And the Eight of Swords wants you to get real with yourself about what isn't working for you, okay? Whose thoughts are you actually taking on? If they are your own, work through them, process them, right? Allow yourself to release them, is what the Eight of Swords reverse wants you to do. And for others of you, it's, dismissing, right? Like, do you really care about what this person has to say about you? Do you really care about what society, wants you to do, right? Like, I mean, obviously there's some things in society that we can't, move away from, like working or things like that or whatever. But there are other values, right? That, it's like, why do you have to go with what other people are doing, right? So, and then you have the Ten of Cups, okay? You do seem to be closing cycles, kind of like I said, right? Like you're putting things to rest over here. That's a big focus in your internal realm over here. That didn't work out, okay? The Ten of Cups could be, the Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card, right? So it is, finding the things that make you happy, and then bringing it to the rest of the world, okay? This is a community card, whereas, thinking of, the Nine of Cups is very independent. I'm getting that you've been doing the work, you've done the work to work on your self-actualization, actualization, self-realization, self, care, self, taking care. You've been working on yourself, right? And now you're getting ready to put yourself out there, right? Like move these ideas, present something to the world, okay? Whether this is the relationship thing that I was saying, starting a passion project, starting a new business, a new career, something else, right? That you want it to be about more than you. Okay, you're being asked to explore opportunities outside of yourself at the moment. And the reversal, I'm just gonna say, particularly with the let go and bury, and then you have bury, and then you have, like I said, the closing of cycles, the beginning of new things. The 10 and the Ace extra confirms this, okay? You're gonna have a new opportunity, but before you get this new opportunity coming in, there needs to be this clarity around what you are leaving behind, okay? This could be relationships, it could be old dreams that are dying out, and that's painful, okay? I'm just gonna say it, right? Like allowing past dreams that we had to die, or things that we worked, yeah, I was getting that energy earlier, right? Like I've worked so hard to create this Ten of Cups. Goodness, my mouth, I just keep getting stuck here. But I'm getting that energy of like, but I've worked so hard to get this done. I worked so hard to work toward my happiness, to create my family, to, like, I don't know, whatever, right? Like, to on this job. And the reversal is just saying, okay, is this what you want to continue to pursue? Because you're gonna get a chance, right, to have this, it's like a new cycle is beginning, okay? But there are things that, like I said, you need to get real about what wasn't working out, what didn't fulfill you, what is showing up here that, I don't know, that isn't allowing you to be your authentic self, that is limiting your creativity, that is limiting the way that you are showing up, romantically as well, even with this fifth house of passion, and passion showing up here, okay? So just check in with yourself, because as far as what's coming in, you have the Ace of Cups opportunities, doing things that you love, doing things that are going to make you feel I'm getting well, reborn, right? Emotionally fulfilled. This is an opportunity, and the thing is that this is a seed, right? The Ace of Cups is a seed. You're going to have to nurture it. You're going to have to nurture your feelings. You're going to have to nurture your ideas. You're going to have to nurture yourself. But it's like you're putting your heart space, the things that you were feeling, the things that you were sensing, you're acting on them now, right? It's no longer a feeling. The Ace of Cups showed up in your material realm. So it's like all those feelings, what are the little steps that you are taking to create what it is that you want? Let's say that you're starting, let's say that you're starting a project, a passion project revolving art, okay? It could be, finding a way to find, I don't know, like find some canvases. It might end up, it might even be, right, like putting money into, investing into create, finding some uh like creative outlets. Sorry, I got like taking lessons. Okay, for some of you, taking lessons on whatever it is that you want to learn about. So that could be, formal learning and formal learning. But I don't know, right? It could be, sorry, I got like borrowing a guitar, or like buying something. Sorry, I'm not trying to promote, commercialism and capitalism here, okay? But this does seem to be the sense of needing to invest in your dreams, okay? You have the Two of Pentacles, which is like you're achieving this balance. I'm getting you're achieving this balance between your mental and your physical realm, and your heart space is here for it. I'm getting that your heart space is feeling heard and in harmony. Now you just need to put these feelings out there, okay? Like what are, I go back to this, little steps that you are taking, okay? For those of you that is, about relationships, okay? Like how are you showing up for you? How are you, so that then you can show up for others? For those of you that it's about career, have you done the research around what it is that you want to pursue? If it's about, changing your lifestyle, okay, what are the little things that you can take today to start working toward, this new version of yourself here, right? Like a more authentic version of you that's trying to rise up, okay? And then you have I love, with the 3 ones, like I said, some of y'all have been, you could either be traveling, you could want to travel, but I'm getting the sense of needing to explore once again, outside of you, okay? So this could be like exploring different cultures, exploring different subjects that maybe you're not familiar with. Watching a new type of documentary is something that I'm getting, okay? But it's a time for you to, get to know the world in which you live. For some of you, there could be some moving happening, with this 3 of Wands. I'm getting, as you go out and explore, you might find, oh, this kind of suits me more or whatever, right? But ultimately you are bringing the knowledge inside. Like whatever it is that you're learning, you're sitting with it and allowing it to tell you about what you want. I'm getting picking up little nuggets of wisdom from the different things that you are exploring here, okay? It seems I'm not necessarily getting formal learning. That's the thing. I do get a sense of needing to learn about things, but I'm getting that you are going to be getting answers as you get out there, okay? Like there's this need to explore, there's this need to put yourself out there. There's these like ideas around doing new things, new activities, okay? You're being asked to, even if you find out that you hate something, then that taught you something about yourself. But you're being asked to try new things at this time, okay? Step out of your comfort zone. There you go. And with the Knight of Wands, you know what? I'm just going to say that I actually like that it showed up reversed, because the Knight of Wands really wants you to follow your passions. It wants you to, those things that inspire you to be confident. The yellow here is really making me think of the solar plexus. And it's like you're allowing this confidence. You're allowing this centering yourself, bringing this to your mind, like truly believing, right? Truly believing in yourself, working on that, I'm getting, the 2 of Pentacles, being in your heart space over here as well. And like that need for balance. I'm getting like, how do I say this? Once again, doing little things to convince, you know, it's like you're not just saying, okay, I believe in myself, right? It might actually be a little bit more methodical, you know, looking at yourself in the mirror and reminding yourself, okay, I believe in you. Doing little things, you know, in your, I don't know, like, how do I say this? Like, let's say you're looking for a new career, right? It's not just like, okay, I'm gonna do this, right? But okay, I'm gonna send my resume out there. If you're starting a new art project or something, I don't know why I said art, but like a passion project, right? Actually putting your work out there, believing that you have what it takes to create this, right? Following your passions, following the things that inspire you and make you feel good here. And the reason I like the reversal is because there's this, once again, this reminder to slow down, okay? With the, with the moon void of course card over here as well. To not rush into things, because the Knight of Wands is passionate, it's ready to go, it takes care of business, and you know, but it can be fleeting, right? So same with romantic relationships. Okay, this could be somebody showing up in your energy that you are going to feel sparked by or inspired by, or even if it's not romantic, right? Like I said, it could be platonic and whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, over here with conjunction, we vibe so well. And now you want to rush into, you know, this other project, or now you want to go and rush and start a business. Okay, but before you can do these things, there's learning I'm getting that you have to do about yourself, about each other. Take it slow, allow the passion to guide you, but do not burn yourself out in the process. Okay, that's the message that the reversed Knight of Wands wants you to have. Okay, you're continuing forward, but slow and steady. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with a message from the Earthcraft Oracle. I absolutely love this deck. And here, let me do a little old school shuffle here and pull a card for you. You know, if the messages are resonating, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can always leave me a like, a comment, subscribing. Everything helps. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm chuckling because I don't know if, so a card, like some cards flew out and I reached over to pick them up and I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, like reshuffle, and this was the card on that like popped out. So it was meant to be with you, and I should have trusted myself. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this as a card, and I was like, no, let's do a solid shuffle, right? Anyway, this was meant to be with you here. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. You are transcending, Sacred One. Death is inevitable. And when you have pulled the death card, it is a sign that you have come to an ending, okay? And so a new beginning. Now is the time to move on to bigger and better things. Where you are now is too small for your energy. You've outgrown your situation and must let go with compassion, gratitude, and optimism, even if it feels painful at first. You may already feel this pull to something greater. This is a sign that many new paths and opportunities are available to you. The most horrifying part about death, however, is that you don't know what comes next on the path. It could be the most incredible journey, but it could also be rocky and present unexpected challenges. But you are always practicing the cycle of death and rebirth. Each new year brings the death of the one before, each decision a loss and an opportunity. Leaving your parents' house, changing jobs, moving through relationships are all examples of the cycle appearing in your life in the same way that Mother Earth moves through her seasons. All that is required is a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, embrace the unknown before you, trusting in your intuition to lead the way. All right, come on. This card was so meant for you. I feel like it just beautifully recaps everything that we were talking about. So I hope this confirms the reading as well for you. Sorry, I'm just like, yeah, okay. You know, Taurus, go welcome in these new cycles that you're starting. It feels like progress, glow ups over here. I love it for you. You know, if there's any messages, please let me know that this reading resonate. Leaving your likes, comments, leaving comments, subscribing. Those are all ways to let me know. And also let me know that you want to see more videos like this. So once again, thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and best wishes with everything. Bye.